And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Kell Brook, following the footsteps of fighters like Leonard and Griffith, we're about to see. Looking more the way he did against Dominic Wade, trying to get in and land power shots. He takes a right hand from Brook as he's trying to land his left hook.
Kell, a little bruise from the left hook, from the right eye, from the left hook. No, I think he's fine. I think it was just a little more than just one punch. He's throwing a jab, Brook, and throwing one punch at a time and going back towards the rope.
To back Golovkin off a little bit. On the web, particularly in America yesterday, on the notion that Gennady Golovkin was ill under the weather. Didn't look good at
Triple G is setting him up, and if he's staying on that rope,
body shot, Brook is in trouble. And Brook reaches out and grabs
the belt where he can go ahead and figure it out.
Triple G is #1 in the sport by top-box count in landing jabs. There's a good uppercut for Brook. There's a right hand for Brook.
Right now he's being overwhelmed and overpowered.
Uppercut by Brook. Left hook brought the crowd alive.
And he has to now find a way to survive this round. And he's been who he is. He comes forward, he's looking for shots. Brave, and try to be brave, because that gives the puncher a bigger chance. He will have a bigger and a greater chance in exchange.
Crowd is happy with what they do with movement.
But he must not get too brave when he get too comfortable, because Triple G is a high percentage knockout punch, but he can't and start putting pressure and start changing the tone of this fight. Brook is waiting to counter when Triple G throws one punch or a wild punch. He's waiting to counter. He's a better counter puncher. Now you see
Golovkin putting a lot of pressure on Brook.
He's trying to now rush, because what is urgency? Is urgency because
didn't seem interested in jabbing as much in round one. Golovkin gets in a right hand over the top. But Brook comes back with a 4-punch combination.
Brook must be active with that jab. He must be consistent with that jab. He see himself getting outboxed and getting hit with some shots that he never got hit with. And I'm pretty sure
he's sweeping a right hand across Brook.
Brook just threw a nice short counter left hook that poor Triple G coming in. Brook must not get too brave, but smart enough to fight a smart man fight.
Brook seems to have accepted the reality that he's going to have to fight with Triple G. Maybe he wants it that way, and they're trading in the center of the ring. And right now, Brook is getting the better of it.
He's digging to the body with a punch, and definitely didn't like that left hand to the body.
And unlike in the second round, when Brook was able to keep a lot of the action in the center of the ring where he likes it.
And if he continue to do this in the later rounds, where he buys himself time, where he wears out Triple G to the point where Triple G is throwing one punch and trying to throw the knockout punch, when Triple G is coming in.
Uppercut by Brook. Crowd comes out of its seats, excited by the uppercut. Brook getting in something.
Think about the power, but he must think about what can happen as far as knockdown.
A couple of times here in round number 3. And Brook got a chance at a clean right hand there and landed a glancing blow. If he had landed it solidly, he could have hurt Golovkin.
I think he is hurt.
Landing some solid punches, Golovkin taking them so far.
Yes, and Brook's face right now is showing the effect of the power of Triple G.
Sometimes here against Kell Brook, seeming to feel a sense of urgency, because Brook, at moments here and there, is outboxing him. Brook seems to have realized early on that Golovkin wants to put pressure on him, wants to put him in a box.
You're reaching for that hook. Hey, it's a matter of time. Just keep pounding on that, okay? Now, when you're throwing the body shot, go with the arm. Don't miss. Here, it's okay. Right? Distance with it.
Here's Golovkin now seeing a position of throwing the right hand, which he did. A right hook that came around the gym. He got hit with a short uppercut just now with the right hand. And Brook is now throwing more than one punch with a straight right. And I believe he's hurt with this. And now Triple G is going to keep him there if he can.
Hard right hand by Golovkin. Just misses with the left hook. He was ill yesterday, maybe thinking again that they were onto something. But Golovkin keeps bearing in and putting pressure on Kell Brook here in round 3, as I suggested might be the case. Golovkin placing body shots now. Perhaps won the second round. And Gennady Golovkin finds himself, it appears,
to now get confidence. If Brook continue to win rounds here and there, but not get caught in a shootout or a fight where he gets the bad end of it.
Brook is trying to build something memorable here so far in this dominant career.
And some frustrations. With Triple G showing some frustrations. One thing Brook haven't went back to, which was successful to me, was the uppercut, whether it's coming from the left side or the right side.
As he did in round number 1.
And yes, he is. He's pop-shotting right now. And Brook is actually putting in good boxing, but not running. Boxing, moving, punching, slipping. Every now and then, Brook stays on the ropes and he pays a price. Losing the fight, but he must now try to go ahead and establish his dominance. He's walking in, not even ducking. He
hasn't managed to land it here in the 4th.
It looked like Triple G is just actually, you know, pushing his punches. Doesn't look like he have any snap on it. If you look at Brook's right eye, it's starting to swell badly. And Triple G just threw a left and a straight right on that same eye with the left hand. And his corners continue to tell him, don't be on the ropes. Be in the center of the ring or keep moving left to right. As you see on the ropes, Triple G has a shot when he's on the ropes.
Both fighters' faces have shown damage from the shots they've landed in the first 3 rounds.
That you do those things is to let your opponent know that you're not hurt, but that normally means the opposite. But not be leery or worry about the jab because he's so confident that he can hit Brook and maybe hurt him.
And Triple G tried so hard to land something big against Brook that he dropped his hands and left himself wide open to a Brook right hand. Golovkin is trying to hammer Brook to the liver one more time with the left hand, the way he hurt him in the first round.
39-37 Gennady Golovkin. You know, Jim, he keeps pushing him back, keeps landing hard shots. I just think that,
Now he lashes out and manages to knock Golovkin back with a couple of clean shots. And Brook comes back aggressively, winning the admiration of the...
What do you want? What do you want?
There's some urgency from Engel talking to Brook as the swelling is starting to grow. Round 5 begins.
But I got to tell you, Jim, Kell Brook got some jaw. I mean, I haven't seen a guy stand there and trade with Gennady Golovkin.
Got Brook to the ropes, Bernard.
And Brook is putting his hands up like he wasn't hurt, but you know.
And Golovkin delivers his fiercest rally of the fight.
He needs himself to get countered like he just did.
Brook once again erupts off this round.
Golovkin seen a straight right.
And dominating the far corner is holding up a towel. Engel is trying to get referee Marlon Wright to stop the fight, and now he towel into the ring, and Gennady Golovkin is going to have a technical knockout victory in round number 5. And that's
still the undefeated, universally recognized middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Golovkin.